What's going on, guys? It's Jordan from eForce. If you didn't catch the last video, we're going over the FW11. Just want to let you guys know, that can be purchased on eForce. That's how the next pre-order round is going to be going. If you see this one, didn't see the last one, like and subscribe definitely, just to try to help everybody out and get the message out so they can get the cheapest way they can get the motor, and just help us out if you think that it's worth sharing. But with all that said, today we're going to be going over the controller that I've paired with the FW11. This is the G300 by Maker X. This is the actual controller platform we'll be using. There's been multiple reviews on it. You can go check those out. Beautiful design on the inside. Holds power really well. We're running a custom firmware, so that's why kind of give it the nickname of the jetpack, because it was already a rocket, but now it's just like it's insane. The new custom firmware it turned it up where we're doing at 72 volts. It's good to 21S, but you can do 72 volts, 250 battery line amps, and up to the absolute max motor current is 650. That's phase amps, so it can throw down, and it's a lot different delivery than the far driver. Don't want it to get twisted. I love the far driver. It still runs in a lot of my builds, but it's a different experience. And the far driver is all about speed, and it's making you want to, I won't get into it all, but they both have their strong points. The far driver is what everybody's used to. I was the first one to do the 165 build for the Razors back in the day. And then with that came the far driver, and then I kind of started pushing it out there, and now it's the go-to. And I like I said, I can't talk shit. It's a good, cheap option. This is just a little bit more sophisticated and more tunable, and it's just that raw power to where, when you're going 40 or 50, you can ask for the motor current. It's going to supply it and give it to you, versus the far driver has these set PID settings and the parameters to where it's main. It's almost like when you want to get it to turn up all the way, it's like that Kelly kind of a little bit, but there's a lot of variables. But the vest kind of works with it all. I've used short gearing, tall gearing. It's I don't want to say it's a torque controller, but that's what I feel like. It's just amazing, especially with the FW11. I've used it with all these motors as well. We got an FW6 over here. Great little motor. It has its purposes. This is what we started with, and as a motion motor that Soshin put out, and it helped with all the other motors and testing to get the specs of the FW11, but the FW6 doesn't hold a candle to the FW11, and it's plain as day, and it's not.
I mean, just look at it.
I know some people have been saying that. It's like, dude, I don't even know how you can even scientifically think that that's a thing, but it's. Because it's just overall mass, you know what I mean? Like, it's a bigger round motor, first of all.
I mean, you could just look. I mean, look, the build quality. So
I mean, it's still the rework on it that we did in order to try to get it there as being like a better, easier option than doing a complete redesign on a motor was, and just like a not redesign, a complete like design, like new everything, specifically for the Razor. That's it doesn't. It's good, but it's not. It's better than my 1020. I'll say that. But it's not direct fit. It's not this, that, the other. So, B1 stock motor over there. That's one of the newer ones I was using, testing for them. Currently has a 420 on it, but it's a standard is a T8F. And then we have another IPM motor over here that is kind of like what you guys have seen on the TP128s that I posted a while back. If you guys see stuff on Facebook or anything like that, it's bigger round than a my 1020. It's meant to go in something. We're working on. There's a couple other ones I'm not showing yet, but crazy carts, pocket mods, 350s, stuff like that. It's going to be awesome for those. This one does fit in the XL and all those models I mentioned, and it's a torque monster. So it just it rips. And I mean, you can see the.
What we got here just hanging out.
Oh, no, I can talk forever, bro. I'm sorry. But, we got the flip ski over here that I was going to show as far as the do-it-yourself kit, because we encourage that too. We want that. But these options here are just for if people don't want to mess with it, you know, and just make it easier, and it's not that much more than what it would be if you were to buy all the shit yourself. So have a couple other things that we're going to be comparing, just showing. But anyways, 250 battery line amps, 650 phase amps, absolute. Very small footprint, as you can see. They
tiny, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. It's a little guy.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a brick though too.
Yeah,
you know
but
what
not,
I mean?
like not compared to the 530 far driver. I mean,
oh dude, no, yeah,
dude,
no.
that thing is crazy.
I mean, and that's the main advantage of it. Even over the Cricket over here, we have a Trumoto noisy Cricket. Great controller, best brand, same software, you know, same, just different firmware. Great controller. I ain't gonna talk shit. I won't talk shit to sell something. That's a good controller too.
Okay, but look at the size. I mean, yeah, good controller.
Yeah.
That's one. Like, look at the size difference. I mean,
so if you were to go over the top of it,
like
what you got here? Just pulling everything away from it. They got their harness here. That's their harness, and I mean, and our kits are very similar as far as like plug and play, and how they plug up. I did things a little bit different as far as. And I trust Maker X, and I've been talking to them for a while now, and you know, getting all this together. And they didn't want to do a ground for the key switch. Vesk is a little different. I know some of you have seen that. You know, that people are starting to come out with that Vesk based controller that has the key switch and all that stuff. But it's like an arm and a leg, bro. Like there's no sense in it. But we put the ground on the outside. So instead of your one power lock, you know, your door ignition lock that goes to the red terminal. That, you know, all the other controllers use, we're going to be using that plus a ground that goes over on top of your ground wire. It's not going to affect anything, doesn't do anything different, just one little extra lug. But going back over that now, comparing it to the footprint, this is the harness that we've made up. That's what I was talking about here with the two little wires that come out of your braid over here. We did these braided setups. I really like this. These are a little bit longer, but I gave it length to just try to help everybody else out, because not everybody always has or is going to use our stuff. We don't care if you use that stuff. The kit does come with it.
We do prefer it, but
yeah, well, you're going to prefer it. Dude, I've spent a while on this throttle, dude, and this is just the light. There's two more coming out, but
I haven't got to use. Well, have I got to use that throttle?
No,
I was gonna say. I haven't got to use it yet, but I'll be the judge of the throttle, because I haven't found an electric throttle that I haven't destroyed yet.
It's been the fucking nightmare for you on throttles, I feel like.
Yeah.
But so either way, plugs that we're all used to, like the far driver kind of and Kelly, 3-prong. I made it foolproof, so nothing plugs into nothing the wrong way. There's 3 plugs here for a throttle, 3 plugs here for your on-off switch. But they're different, so that way you can't confuse that.
They're foolproof, basically.
Talked about this with the lugs here that go up. They just come out of the braid, still protected. Bluetooth dongle, Hall signal here to plug in by your motor, and then up by this, what I did is just to give it a little bit more and just kind of solidify everything. Got it all wrapped up here with this splicing tape that's self-fusing. And it goes up around just to kind of suction everything. It makes it really, really nice and steady. Protects it around that. Protects that. Well, you won't have to worry about it. You're not going to see it. So it's just like the connection port, kind of like where the far driver is. And then you have this This is one thing that I'm trying to get them to work on. The more I use it, the more I like it, because it's really secure. And we got these other things now that they're on the actual controller, which yours will come with it too, just if you want the extra. But this will go in. And then there's 2 screws with little side heads that kind of hold it in, that you can put in after that to kind of just stabilize it, make sure it's not going to go anywhere. But it's dude, when this plugs in, it's like it's in there, bro. So we'll pull that around here. Left this on because I'm going to show you how I get just everything hooked up. You just push that in, bro. That ain't going nowhere. But you do have the screws. To go over to hold it as far as the side goes. Just hold it in, give it a little bit of better.
Definitely use the screws.
Yeah, for sure. I advise it, but
especially
I know not
with
everything is.
Well, I mean, with how Jordan rides, he needs some.
but yeah, that's the other thing is like, this is fully tunable. So I want to bring that up while we're on it. So this is fully tunable, fully adjustable. There's going to be videos. I'm going to go over here. You see the Apple Play. I got all this stuff ran up on Vesk, so that way we can go over and I can show you the basics of Vesk and show you how it works. Because this is what you can run this controller off of. You can run this controller off of. It's all one app. It's just a different firmware, but it'll connect the same. It'll use all the same app form. Some of them use third-party apps, like the Noisy Cricket. It uses their
gimbal went squirrely there. So
no, it's okay. The True Moto app, which is it's great as well. It keeps things very simple. But if you really want to get the most out of the Besk, and especially if you're not using it on their motor specifically, you would like to be able to get into the Besk tool to give it the best tune. Their motor that they sold it with is a SPM, so it's a surface permanent magnet mount, and ours is an IPM, so definitely needs a reconfigure after if you were to change it over. But that's not a problem either. The Besk tool, it makes it easy. Besk is one of the most user-friendly platforms there is, and when I go over it in one of these other videos, you guys are going to see every single setting has a help button. And so if you're, let's just say you're completely new, but you have an idea, you've heard battery line amps, you've heard phase amps, you've heard voltage, that it makes it to where you can set it up really easy. But there will be the bass. I'll give you that, and I'll show you all different things to change the ride feel and what matches for you. So if we go back over here,
and so real quick, that's something I could just throw in my Onyx, right? Like I could use that.
Yeah, this can be used for hub motors, mid-drive motors, sensorless motors.
Yeah, for all you hub motor guys out there, like, I'm probably gonna put one of those in just so I can show you how much. Like how it performs, yeah, because it's just so much lighter. I mean, when we get into how light all these electric bikes are, it's just it's cool because every pound matters.
Yeah,
like a lot. I mean, even with motorcycles, every pound matters. Same with cars, but
yes, yeah. Every variable.
But that's. I guarantee that's. I don't know, 10 pounds lighter than the far driver. I'm not even joking. I don't know. I don't know. I seriously have no idea how much.
Heavy though,
but they are heavy. Yeah. It's probably a few pounds difference, but
yeah, for sure.
But
this is something that anybody can. It's adjustable to any motor. Now on the brushed motors, I'm not gonna mess with those. Just don't ask. I'm not gonna mess with them just because it can be done, but it's not something that I'm gonna mess with. Hub motors I can definitely help with, and that's the main thing I was gonna say is the tune. Everybody's like, oh, you can do this, oh, you can do that. I have a base parameter set that I've made up for the FW11 that I can set as a profile on the Besk, but you still have to do a motor configuration and let it do the auto learn. If you've ever heard that process and figure out all the Hall signals, position sensor. It's a position sensor, trying to figure out where everything is. So you have to do that still, but then you can change. After that, you can change and click my profile, and it'll save the tune. And I'll have multiple profiles that I can send out upon request. The ones that will come with the base tune will, depending on your battery, and it's suggested that I can. But the base tune, if you order this right off the bat, it's going to come set at about 150 amps battery line. That's how it'll come base. That's how my tune is set for my regular riding every day. You can kick it up, and like I said, you'll see that. But I just want to let everybody know it's going to be at 150 battery line amps, and we'll do 600 phase just to make sure that it scares the shit out of you and makes you turn it down.
And not
you're going to. You're gonna be like, bro, this is cool, but I'm not gonna ride this every day. It's the Sur-On. I do that same thing with the YZ. The YZ, I pretty much, it's a bigger load. Like I said, every variable matters, but it's a bigger load, so I ride it maxed out when I ride it.
And does this have the capability to do 3-speed switches as well?
So these right now, the other throttles that I'm working on, they did it. So how other people do it with the Besk is they're doing it internally, switching ADC 1, ADC 2. I don't want to do that. I have a different way, an approach I'm doing it, and working on something else. So we'll see how that goes. For now, it's just going to be set up in profiles to where you can use your phone as your display. It's badass. I'll show you guys that. But you can just click over and just pick which profile you want.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah. So and it won't only change the amperage. You can change the throttle feel. And set that completely to where you want it for that profile. and then you can call it like, you can name it. So you can be like kids tune, boom, kids, kids done. Or what I should have done is parent tune. Mom, I don't know if y'all seen this other shit, but my mom took the YZ out a couple weeks ago, and she's still limping. She caught it, but she's tough. She knows it's part of the game. That's what happens. Yeah, she ate shit. That it's for a woman at 85 cc. It took it out of her with the new knobs.
Yeah, that was a little ridiculous.
Yeah, but yeah, guys, this is what it can do. I mean, I'll show you kind of over here just to give you an example of the foolproof plug and play. You know, you got your throttle over here. This is the E1 light throttle. Now, I've been working on this for a while, trying to find one that has a good snapback. That's not going to leave you lagging, not going to have you tripping on anything like that, giving you the full grip, MX grip. I'm 200 pound 6'2" dude, not little hands, and it fits awesome and feels good too. Like you're not, I don't know. There's two little ones for sure. We've seen that, but then there's two big ones too. But this has a good twist rate, so you're feeling everything. It feels more stable. And another thing is the screw hole. Finally, a screw hole that's worth a shit. Look at that. I mean, hold it in front of the light. Yeah, I don't know. It's beefier than the ones we're used to, so it's gonna hold stuff together.
Oh yeah, there we go.
And that mattered a lot. But yeah, there's a couple different options, but it plugs straight in.
Oh, stop. Time out.
Did it die?
No, I fucking had a phone call because I forgot to put on Do Not Disturb.
It's okay.
Oh, hold up. I guess it was recording. All right, I'll just cut that part out.
I got you. It's anyways, all good. But so yeah, no, so as far as foolproof, just plugging everything in. That plug there, got your throttle. It can't go anywhere else. Then you got your voltmeter key switch. Gonna plug straight in right over here. Then you have your, which we have the adapters for, but I am an idiot and don't have it on hand right now. For the FW11. And these will be an option, or I can show you a link where you can buy them really cheap too. It just depends on, I can't, supply it with two, one or the other on there. So we just went with the basic one everybody knows. But our vests will be sold with the adapter. And like I said, I'll show you the link where it goes. But for regular, we'll change this over here. I know that there's a couple of them that have that, but so you'll have your Hall sensor, all plugs up there. Colors all match. The only one this isn't going to have is a temp sensor. The B1 motor doesn't have one. Then as far as your hulls go, the VESC is going to change this and make it right anyways. But as far as that goes, I'm just using this as an example for the motors here. Your hulls will go over here on your controller. And there'll be a video of the install and everything, but just pretty much lining up your ABC. And that's, after that, your battery, when those leads go on from this harness, it's just going to be color to color. This with the positive over here, be positive. This with the negative. And you'll just screw those on top. I was trying not to make you guys wait doing all this stuff here, unscrewing everything, and so I'm not the best at videotaping stuff and letting you guys making Alex's job any easier, just to catch every little thing I'm doing here, but just to show you guys. Oh, look at that.
Don't you know we're trying to film?
Bomb moto? I'll give you a call back here in just a second, brother, I promise. Oh, put that on top here. That flippity floppy.
I'll see what's going on here, Mr. Penguin.
There we go. All right. Sorry, got a little quiet on you. A little awkward silence for you. All right, and at that point, you're good to go. You're good to turn on. Everything will be good. Bluetooth dongle down here. Like I said, we made it easy. We took away everything you don't need, left you with what you do. Just to show you guys, everything does work. I'm not going to get all my hulls and everything redone to this one right now. I'd rather not auto-tune this B1 motor again because it's going in this little four-wheeler you guys are going to see here shortly. But if we were to turn this around here, let's make sure we got a good connection. Don't be a dumbass. See, even you get ahead of yourself sometimes. You don't ever want to. It's not like I got the best screwdriver here either, but you're not exactly trying to give these the old, I'm gonna fucking snap this bolt off either. So
yeah, and you probably shouldn't.
See, QS8, plug in, yada yada. Over here.
Look at that. That key switch is dope.
And then you got the blue light that comes on, and then when it goes off, boom, done, son. Up. I hate trying to model all this shit just so you guys can see everything. But you know, that's how it goes. So it's very simple. Tried to do that. Like I said, you can't. This will only be available in this way from eForce. Maker X will supply us with the controller, but you know, definitely they won't go all out as far as that goes. So we have to go the extra mile there to make all this happen, the tune and just the extra stuff we've done just to make it easier, and plus the firmware as well to make it more powerful, and just the little tweaks here and there that they've done. But yeah, if you think that you would like this or know somebody that would, please share it, like and subscribe, just to try to help us out to get more out there so people aren't spending so much money on shit. That's what we want, is everybody to save money but still be able to throw down power. This is a 72 volt 32 amp hour battery from Amori, and it's 200 amp discharge, 330 or something, 340, something like that peak. But as long as you got 200 amps to throw at the FW11, that's twice as much it takes to scare the shit out of you. 100 amps will have you thinking. But it doesn't take that to perform either. I'm just saying, if you really want to just,
especially for a child as well, like if
oh dude, you can put that thing on 30-40 amps, yeah, dude, and be straight. I'm 205, 210 pounds, 6'2". I use some shit, and I've geared that thing down to the FW11 down to a 4.9, where it's tall. That's tall, and I'm 200 pounds. It'd be dragging my ass, and me beating on it like I have been. That's why I'm so confident in it, because yeah, you guys are gonna go beat on it. There are some people that are gonna go out and just fucking run it into the ground, but it's not, because no motor is bulletproof. You can't run even the biggest fucking motors they make. You can't run them at 70 miles an hour for half an hour straight. It's not gonna work. Field weakening when you're. There's a lot of things that can change, but the guys that know, they know. But we just wanted to show you guys the G300. It'll be known as the Jetpack. That's our nickname we gave it. Plus for the plug and play kit. More things to come. We'll be doing the Flipski do-it-yourself video, along with some more motor, just rating, just reviews, and then I'll do another one comparing the G300 and the Noisy Cricket as far as just specs and performance. Just because there are a few little differences, not too crazy. It's just you'll see. But thank you guys for watching.